Ah, yes, I love the green.
You may love the green, but do you know why you never want to date a vegan? Welcome, everyone.
Why?
We're starting off this One Piece podcast proper. Having it be dirty and filthy, because, well, I mean, it's not really related, but One Piece.
Yes.
The high
Indeed.
seas.
Indeed.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We often navigate that. We are either
That's right.
looking for the partial blue, the all blue, the somewhat blue, the sometimes
But
on
the Going
specific
Merry-
days blue.
The Going Merry is operated by many seamen.
Uh-huh.
And
Yep.
and Nami.
And Nami, that's
yeah.
true.
Mm-hmm.
Not Vivi.
Just she's gone. Cause she's gone. Yeah. It's weird because like we did a podcast on One Piece recently, but it doesn't quite feel like enough. Like like it really feels like we have to do more because and maybe it's just because like I don't know, like with Berserk, that was a thing. But we had seen the anime before we read the manga, so the amount of manga that was actually new material for us was a lot less than the full 40-something, volumes.
Because a lot of the discussion regarding the characterization of all those ones was done in the Golden Age arc.
Right, exactly.
We did for the anime. So
and then it was just execution on the pre-established characters, all one point potato of them that were still around. And then talking about characters as they get introduced. But for One Piece...
that's right, Nico Robin. That's right, Jacob.
Yes, but I don't... okay, yeah.
She is kind of a member.
She's not a full-fledged member yet. She's like a passenger right now, I feel
She
like.
does feel more like a passenger who is upgrading to become a member.
Right, she's in the process, Yeah.
But yeah, we had volume 25 recently, and after having completed all of this, we got into
this.
the newer volumes.
Which,
and, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So we've got all these available for us to reference here for our discussion.
Exactly.
And we'll be going through things with our thick collection, thanks to the magnificent, wonderful Shy.
Oh, yeah.
For sending us this.
Yeah, thank
Shy
you for
Monkeys,
helping us be motivated to start this wonderful journey, because One Piece is kind of intimidating. Like, even...
Kind of.
Like...
Kind of, he says.
Like, even
this
just...
man has stones! And they don't sink!
Even just in the manga, like, what, like 100 volumes or something ridiculous all total? To say nothing of the anime with all the episodes. So, like, being like, no, go, do it. It's gonna be great. That was very helpful. But yeah, oh boy. Like, yeah.
We did tweet about the podcast, yes.
Yes.
Shy is the one y'all should thank for this thing happening. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here doing this. And,
right. Yeah.
95
volumes.
95. The absolute mad lad. We have some new followers coming in here. Fabit, Sirs to Hellet, Jock XD, Walrusizer, Lend97. Thank you all so much for the follows. D&D K64 with the tier 1 sub for 5 months. Good evening. Glad to make it to this discussion. Glad you made it indeed. Yes. Well, I've been reading One Piece since I was 12. I turned 26 this year.
Wow.
Quite a journey.
Wow.
My God.
The new box set should be coming in the upcoming months. Hype. Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess, because if there's 95 volumes right now, and there's 23 volumes in the first one, then, yeah, it'd be right about...
Wow.
Yeah, pretty soon.
Dang.
Oh, boy.
My God. Chapter 1000 is this year, too.
Yeah, that's insane. Like, Chapter 1000, like, okay. Like, there are things that go on for a really long time, right?
Yeah.
But then when you think, like, wait, Chapter 1000, if it was once a week and there were no breaks, that would be basically 20 years.
But there were breaks.
There were breaks, so even longer.
Yeah.
But like that... Yeah.
Madness, I tell you. Madness.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So we kind of want to do things in reverse order, y'all.
Kind of.
We did a podcast recently talking about One Piece and the importance of dreams. And then we read the volume that came directly the day afterwards, or it was a week afterwards, I think it was. It depends on what the schedule was, because there was the holidays and all that.
Right.
And it was literally going into the whole subject of dreams with Bellamy and how the characters that go after dreams are stupid. And we had then our main cast
saying, well, that's stupid.
Well, you're stupid. Yeah. Because you're missing out on what is in this beautiful world of dreams. Right. And promptly smashed the face in of Bellamy for the audacity that you'd say such a thing.
Oh boy. Yeah, right. I know that there are other manga that have made it to 1,000 chapters, but like it's things like, what is it? Like freaking
Saze-san or something like that.
Yeah, or like when I think of like other like shows that are also super long, like Case
Ippo,
Closed or whatever.
Ippo
like,
is pretty large in the manga.
Yeah, like Ippo's super long, and things like that, but it's it's damn impressive.
Conan, sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
right. Detective Conan, right? Not Case Closed, because
Right. But that being said, we got to get to our podcast here.
Yes.
We're going to do our VIP shout out to Will Ho.
Yes.
Will Ho, welcome back to the VIP squad.
Indeed. You are one of only the finest of cultures. And
he's a culture?
Well,
or they're a culture?
He is very cultured. He participates actively in the domestic
girlfriend. Kano manga.
Manga spoilers.
See, we just can't have a podcast go without him bringing it up.
I mean, hey, that goes hand in hand with One Piece getting kinky at some point.
I guess. I mean, it's more what we try to bring in to spice up that,
where our minds are at.
I mean,
yeah.
2 Piece is better than One Piece.
How can you possibly look at Buggy and not get a little bit freaky?
Clip that, y'all. That's beautiful. Just send that to the One Piece Reddit thread, whatever it is. Just, it's beautiful.
But anyways, but this last volume was kind of insane. Like
this last volume made this podcast in some ways need to happen.
Yeah.
Because we didn't give it the full attention it deserved, because we spent so much of our time the other week going over all the new names and voices and stuff.
Yep.
So we ended up getting let's see,
the resolution to Bellamy's are
just basically done. Yeah. We ended up getting to chapter 236 at the end of volume 25. Res P for good stuff in this here. I don't know what that statement was, but whatever. We got some look at the way the world works at the upper levels of things in terms of the authority that some old farts have over the way things go.
Yep.
Let's see if we can bring that chapter up, because I feel like that's basically where we should just start.
Also, the fact that Blackbeard is the one who is like positively talking about dreams and encouraging people and stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Like it makes me really wonder if they're going to make it so that the character names and everything and the way they're initially set up is not necessarily how whether they're actually going to be protagonists or antagonists and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we have a lot of big people, literal and figurative, introduced in this volume. The ones that have the most political power, it seems, are these characters called the Five Elders, aka the supreme leaders of the world government. And apparently they run what seems to be a privateer money scheme where they hire / essentially command separate pirate fleets, which I'm guessing they motivate via greed.
Oh, sure.
For the purpose to enact their will across the world as a whole.
Because if this was something that I think the British did back in the day when the whole sun doesn't set on the British Empire thing.
Yeah.
Like, you have to keep track of how do you manage an empire that's that big, right? Across seas like that. It just doesn't work.
And even at that time, there were many empires of sorts built within the British Empire.
Yeah.
That led to some really kind of crazy times.
Yeah,
where you had the East India Trading Company.
Right,
which had fleets bigger than the British Empire at points.
Yep.
So you end up in situations where when the world is being run by singular governments and stuff, it gets a little freaky because it gets a little bit a little bit interesting. But yes, we now know more of the 7 warlords of the sea. Yes, but we have these 5 elders here. And they have only a little bit of time to really be introduced before they're basically there to set up some other characters which are more warlords of the sea. So we have these 5 here, and I don't think it's really important to go into like too much of their
one of them has a sword, so that's cool, but like
one of them is a Gandhi looking, bastard here. We have some kind of Roosevelt looking Gorbachev hybrid here. We have we have them basically discussing the powers that be within the characters that we've already had introduced to us, and bringing up Shanks, bringing up Crocodile, bringing up bringing up some other things that I'm not fully sure we understand. We have one of them mentioning the destruction of the 3 great powers would reverberate throughout the world. They must be protected.
Right. Maybe I don't know. Maybe what one of those is Alabasta.
Sure.
Well, because
that's probably national powers is what they're talking about.
Right. Because this is the world government. Right. So they run the world. So any other, like, they're probably talking about a bunch of like constituent pieces that are important. Right. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, never mind that. Right now we need to find a new warlord of the sea to replace Crocodile. We mustn't overlook anything. This is them basically talking about red-haired Shanks having some potential movements and messages being sent, and they're talking about potential contact between Whitebeard and Shanks. And Whitebeard is someone...
Well, because is it Shanks or Ace that works for Whitebeard? I think it's Ace, right?
It's Ace that works for Whitebeard, right? Yeah. He has the logo on the back of his on the back of his bit here. Whitebeard is, I believe, introduced at the very end of the chapter. No, that's Don Quixote and Bartholomew. Where is Whitebeard introduced? Whitebeard is introduced in the chapter after this.
Well, right, the chapter that's the Remember This chapter, I believe.
Right, and it is literally a Shanks is going to go contact Whitebeard, basically, kind of chapter there. So they're setting up the next story arc. They're setting up the big movers and shakers that will be involved in said arc. And it's exciting because the way One Piece does its world building, we know that all these characters are going to be relevant. So we get to look at their designs and go, ooh, we're going to get to look at these guys. We're going to get to see them doing just whatever they do. And every bit of their personality when they're introduced is relevant to whatever will be their desires, dreams, motivations, schemes, etc. So they bring in some of the warlords of the sea. Yeah. We have Sir Don Quixote do Flamingo and Sir Bartholomew Kuma. And we've got very different looks for the two of them. We've got this GTO pimp-looking bastard here.
Right.
And we've got some target reticle, Bible-thumping, totally guy. Like inverted triangle looking.
Like he really does remind me of Kronk from Emperor's New Groove, if any of you have seen that movie.
Yeah, I agree. And then we have a whole bunch of other people that more or less kind of jump into the meeting that they all have. We have Buddha Sengoku, the admiral of the fleet, like the supreme fleet admiral, commander. And we're totally going into chat's recommendation of having him be essentially Fjord King Bradley.
That's right.
Yes, absolutely.
You, what's your name? But okay, so One Piece has done a really good job of keeping the stories up till now very intimate, right? Yes. like going to a different place and doing a story there, and you get to know the characters, and then you move somewhere else, and everything is tied and related to the characters at hand, so it always feels relevant and important, right? Yeah. And then they sort of jump around, and by jumping around, we sort of get this feeling of the world as a whole, right? Because we've been to these different places.
Right.
But now this is like them just being like, yeah, so there's that like personal sort of small town feel of going to an island. We're just going to do away with that completely.
We'll go big.
We'll go big.
We'll go scale and impersonal.
And this almost feels like too big, at least for like me to be able to keep up with, because there's it's like, okay, you only go this big when it's for a particular reason. So what is that particular reason?
Yeah.
Like, what is going to happen exactly with all these characters and pieces and movers and shakers that they're setting up here?
And then how does our motley crew of idiots
how do they fit into that?
Mess? Yeah, exactly. So, given Crocodile's fall as him being a 7 warlord of the sea,
makes sense that there's a power vacuum.
It makes sense that there's a power vacuum, but it makes sense also that specifically Luffy is the point of their contention and conflict. Is they're like, some upstart kid killed someone or defeated someone really important. Okay, we need to up the bounty on him, take things a little bit more seriously here, bring in some big wigs, and talk about how we should move from here on out. We get to see Hawkeye Mihawk, or I think that's his full name here. But yeah, we get to see him come back into things here. We get to meet another potential for
a candidate, basically.
Well, a messenger for a candidate. This Lafitte, basically, or Lafitte, or what have you. He's come to recommend someone to be the new warlord of the sea.
And it wasn't to recommend himself.
Right. My guess is that, given that it transitions from there over to the Grand Line, and we have Shanks... being discussed at the very least. You see that here? There's a very clever thing that sometimes storytellers will do, and it's usually pretty obvious when they're like, I recommend a mysterious person. The very next scene transition, they'll be like, Red Hair Shanks. I haven't heard that name in a while. It's Lafitte. Lafitte. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes a lot more sense, because I was thinking like, wait, is it supposed to be that like Whitebeard's going to be the next warlord of the sea?
Whitebeard might actually just be a warlord already.
No, I think it was pretty clearly established that he wasn't, because he is still a pirate, right?
Well, that's the thing. They're all pirates, Jacob.
Oh, right. Lafitte is recommending Blackbeard. Yes, that's right. Yeah, he said that at some point.
When did he say that?
I can't remember, but
that might have been later in the in the bit here. Let's see, because we end up seeing Blackbeard's squad.
Right.
Oh, okay. Here we go. We have to amend that. It will make you remember the Blackbeard pirates in a way you won't forget. Right. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, Teach. Yeah, they're like Teach, and we end up revealing that that's the first name of, the last name.
Right, Marshall D. Teach.
Marshall D. Teach, which is interesting because
it's again
that middle name D.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And Monkey D. Luffy.
Coincidence?
I guess we'll see. We end up getting now the kind of the mirroring bit of Blackbeard and Whitebeard as being characters here. Although Whitebeard seems to cast a much larger shadow
than Blackbeard. Yeah. Like maybe it's just because we saw Blackbeard like talking about pies and things like that. But he seems to be like someone who's more of an upstart. Like since he was talking about dreams, it seems more like he's the one that has a dream. He has something that he wants to accomplish.
Right.
And the common thread seems to be that a lot of the older people that have already sort of carved out their stake in the world. They've made their mark on the world.
Right.
That they're less interested in dreams because they've already achieved them. Right.
Right. Yep. And Whitebeard seems more, if anything, like the old-timer who's so freaking strong. If anything, his only weakness looks like he's a little bit not decadent, but he's on decline,
right?
If anything,
but
he's not as strong as he used to be,
right. But one of those things where it's like not as strong as he used to be, and yet he
still can kick your ass, like
still the strongest person ever, like yeah.
Edward Newgate, the great pirate Whitebeard, the strongest man in the world, and I believe One Piece when they say something like this.
Yep.
Meaning that there is no single person to contest.
Now the important thing is that it's the strongest man in the world, not the greatest swordsman in the world, because that's Hawkeye Mihawk. Because otherwise,
right.
Zoro would somehow figure out a way to be like, I want to fight you.
Right.
And if Mihawk could beat Zoro that easily, even back then, I don't even want to know what would happen if he tried to pick a fight with Whitebeard.
Octopepredo, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Dango, bro, has gifted a tier 1 sub to Arvita Rocket. Thank you so much, Dango. Appreciate it. Salo goes to the 100 bits. By the way, do you remember when we first heard about Blackbeard in this story? I think I do now because Chad is reminding me here that Ace was the one to first mention Blackbeard way back when Ace was brought into the story. If you want to hold on to this volume here. We have all the volumes here. Did any of y'all know which chapter of One Piece that Ace bit was brought in? Because I can just grab it here and reference it visually myself. It's fantastic in that way.
Actually, Volume 18.
Volume 18. Okay, let me...
Blackbeard is introduced as the guy who kicked Wapol out of Drum Island.
Oh. Okay, gotcha.
All right. Although,
how did you pack these in here, Jacob? They just
very difficult.
Very difficult.
Very difficultly.
Okay, so
I usually would keep one volume out at all times to make it easier.
Us meeting him for the first time. He has his fire, devil fruit. He just destroys like a whole like fleet of ships, just by himself on his little.
Chapter 154, I think.
Okay, so it's really early on. This isn't even
I gotta say, though,
18 then. It's volume...
volume 17
then? Let me grab volume 17 here.
I gotta say, though, if you beat Wapol, great, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're a threat.
I mean, he has a fire quirk on the ocean, which is like the one thing that would be...
Oh no, I was meaning...
did I say quirk?
Well, you did, but I was also meaning Blackbeard.
Wow, I'm dumb. Fire... Yeah, wow.
The flame fruit.
Whatever.
Scorch, burn. Ouch, ouch.
Yeah. Right, he said he was pursuing Blackbeard, the pirate who ravaged our country. Back when we told him Blackbeard was long gone. And then he was asking also about Luffy. He's like, if you see him come through here, tell him I'll be waiting for him in Alabasta for 10 days. Gotcha. And this is Ace.
So Blackbeard was the pirate that let's just say messed up Drum Island.
This is interesting though, because at the same time they're mentioning Ace and stuff here, who's going after someone with the D in the middle name, like Goldie Roger, Monkey D. Luffy. The very next page after this...
Oh, so the will of D lives on.
Huh.
It's paths, Caleb.
Paths, y'all. The will of D lives on. See, this is the thing. One Piece as a manga so far has had lots of little things that they'll just kind of drop. And I think because in the immediate sense, a lot of them don't have, like, relevance, like, to us. We kind of look at that and go, okay, cool, symbolism. But we don't know what for. And then we start to see it over and over again, and it's like, whoa, okay.
One Piece is written by O.D.
O.D.
No, actually, the will of D, they're just talking about Sanji. They're talking about the will of the D.
The will of the D.
Yeah.
It's not very strong in Sanji's case.
No, well, the will is strong, but, you know...
The body is
weak. The results speak for themselves.
That is interesting, because then, given that we end up getting this connection to Blackbeard, who is someone who wants to be a Seven Warlord of the Sea, we end up then getting introduced very quickly to Crocodile, the Seventh Warlord of the Sea, that could potentially end up being replaced by Blackbeard.
And what blows me away, okay, so former bounty for Crocodile, former bounty is 81 million berries.
Right. So, again, because he's a privateer.
Well, yeah, right. So he doesn't have the bounty anymore.
Right.
But when they were... Okay. I feel like the bounties are sort of like the equivalent, the closest equivalent to basically power scaling, because it's basically a way to show this is how much crap that they did, that this was the kind of bounty that was put on their head.
Right.
81 million berry bounty. That is a big bounty. For a Seven Warlord of the Sea, that seems awfully small. The Seven Warlords of the Sea that they were introducing in this volume were like 350, 400, like some ridiculous bounties that were thrown out there. Like, I want to look up some of them for specific reference, but it was absolutely insane. And even Luffy now has 100 million berry bounty. Now, granted, he took out Seven Warlord of the Sea, so it makes sense that, you know...
Yeah, and there's obviously a point where their bounty doesn't keep going up.
Oh, right.
So it actually,
so Crocodile could have done plenty of things after he became a Seven Warlord of the Sea, and the bounty didn't go up any further. But, yeah.
Oh, right. So Smoker recognizes Ace also and calls him Whitebeard's 2nd Division Commander.
Oh.
Who also has Portgas D Ace.
Okay.
This is getting a bit ridiculous, y'all.
There's only so many Ds that can go around.
Yeah. Like, One Piece has a lot of guys, but there's only so many true Ds that can be shared, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. I don't see anything specific in Volume 17 that goes into Ace talking a lot about Blackbeard here. So maybe I'm missing something here.
Okay. So, Don Quixote do Flamingo. Former bounty, 340 million berries.
Right.
Bartholomew Kuma, former bounty, 296 million berries.
So they could be more recent additions, if anything.
Meaning or at least it took them longer to...
It took them longer to be roped in to the whole thing,
Or maybe that just goes to show...
I'm in Volume 18 now.
Or maybe that's a way to basically show that Crocodile wasn't actually that impressive as far as Warlords of the Sea go, hence why he also had the whole idea of the dream of wanting to, like, make his own country and, like, you know, start to conquer the world and things, because he hadn't acquired that much yet.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, this is the thing that blew me away. Rockstar, red-haired pirates, newbie, bounty, 94 million berries. So the newbie that is with red-haired Shanks has higher of a bounty than Crocodile did when he became a Warlord of the Sea.
Right, so Crocodile was a little bit more of an ambitious thinker, probably.
Right.
I think that shows that it's not about power scaling, Jacob. It's to showcase...
Yeah, or at least that it's not perfect. Like,
no, it's at what point did the world government essentially...
pick up Crocodile?
It basically just shows at what stage they're at with the world government on a political level.
Mm-hmm.
The lower the bounty, the more the world government probably likes them.
Oh, yeah. And this guy with an 81 or 94 million berry bounty, they don't even know who he is.
Yeah.
They're like, who are you? Like that's crazy. That's
well, it means Shanks in a lot of ways is probably someone who's a very serious pirate in the grand line scheme of things.
What I want to know, though? So, okay. Edward Newgate, the great pirate Whitebeard, the strongest man in the world.
No bounty.
I don't see a bounty.
No, because it's either a big reveal
or maybe no one's stupid enough.
No one's stupid enough to put a bounty on him.
Right. Or maybe he's above bounties somehow.
Ooh, you know what it might be, Jacob? The reason why they don't want Shanks and Whitebeard to get, in communication with each other is that Shanks is kind of a dreamer.
Okay.
He sees a lot of cool things that are possible, and Whitebeard is just living life. Why change things? Things are great. I just go about doing my life. No one bothers me. I don't bother them. It's wonderful.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
He is living the dream. It looks like already over there.
Right. If you were so undisputably the strongest, no one would mess with you.
Right.
So in a lot of ways, your life would get fairly boring.
Okay. Yeah. I found the bit that they were talking about with Blackbeard is that Ace says, I'm on the trail of a major outlaw right now. He's been calling himself Blackbeard lately. He used to belong to Whitebeard 2nd Division, his group.
Gotcha.
He was one of my henchmen. He committed the worst crime possible for a pirate. He killed a shipmate and jumped ship.
Oh, God.
As his commander, I'm responsible. If it wasn't for that, I'd never even come to a backwater port like this. So Ace was his superior. So Blackbeard is like this sniveling weasel. Like,
which is weird. The one that was talking about the dreams and how important they are killed his shipmate.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And then jumped ship to avoid the consequences of it.
Right. Like, what? There's got to be a story there.
It's basically seems like the type of character who was, like, I'm guessing Whitebeard is a through and through pirate. Like, he is a through and through pirate.
Yeah.
And he's got his superior, massive strength fleet, you know, all that. Ace is one of the top division commanders or what have you.
Yeah.
Blackbeard sees the potential of working with the world government, but won't get there with Whitebeard. So he finds a way to try and get out, gets caught by a shipmate or what have you, has to kill them, leaves, then starts forming his own group with political ambition, makes a call out to the world government once Crocodile dies, because he's like, this is my moment. This will not only be a way for me to get in and get big, it'll be my way of safety from Whitebeard and Ace, who are out to kill me right now.
Right, okay.
So that's like my guess on the way that things would work here. But okay, so Ace is a big deal, and he's Luffy's big brother, which is that's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome there. But okay, yeah, Fire Fist Ace. All right.
Yep.
So that was a whole thing. He displayed his power and destroyed, destroyed a whole fleet. Or small fleet. It was a pretty small fleet. It was like 4 or 5 ships.
Yeah, but it was
six ships.
It was ships that were being blown away by his devil fruit powers.
So if crazy. Whitebeard is the strongest man, and Fire Fist Ace can take out 6 ships.
This hurts my head just thinking about it.
Like, One Piece is basically like, you know, we're all these intimate, like, going merry. We're having ourselves a lovely little time going about and doing adventures, and it's so calm and wonderful.
And we're about to have fleets of thousands getting decimated by the powers of these god beings that are...
Welcome to Shonen Manga. We would like to do some power escalation of the utmost quality. Oh, yes.
I heard you ordered some scale. Like...
Yes, it's ridiculous. It's exciting because that means if it's done well, and it probably will be because One Piece is so successful, that means the intimate side will be there, which means that the scale part will have to adjust in the pacing to the intimate aspect of One Piece so that it will take approximately like... It will take an appropriate amount of time in order to build up to those kinds of big encounters.
What blows me away? I would hear from people when they'd be like, One Piece, they'd be like, yeah, it kind of has a slow start, but it gets really good. And I'd be like, what are you talking about? Like, we're reading the manga. It's great, right? Like, there's all these stories, and they go to these little islands and have these adventures, and they're heartfelt and wonderful, and it's great. I get the feeling that when they were saying it gets good later, this is what they were talking about.
Stuff like this.
Yeah, either this specifically or other stuff. But the idea that... Because one of the... One of the issues with scale, and when you rip the world open like this, is you can't put the genie back in the bottle. Now, maybe you can. You can have little detours with the Going Merry crew, because they are one little ship, and they can go to an island and have a little adventure there with... just mean kids like Bellamy, right? Because that's basically what Bellamy is. He's just a mean person, right?
Right, yeah.
But stuff like this, you can't undo this.
Right.
This is a point of no return. This is happening, and whatever the ramifications and all that stuff of all of this are, that's going to be absolutely ridiculous. And by the way, after they do this... How do they take it further?
Well, that's the thing. They're not going to just take all the characters that they just introduced and do the typical thing. They have to actually have them all be relevant for a long period of time.
Yes,
now, you could definitely kill off characters, but it's still a thing of where the characters that are introduced here have to have weight and meaning in their own stories. So we'll have to see and wait about that.
Oh boy.
The other one I think that's kind of a big deal, but he's a character that we've only heard kind of glimpses of since like the first volume is Shanks. And Shanks has been a character that we don't really have any grid for what his deal is.
Right. We know he's high up in... Yeah, he inspired Luffy, and apparently he's also high up in Whitebeard's organization, which means...
No, he is not high up in Whitebeard's organization. He is going to contact Whitebeard.
Right. Ace is the one that's... Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Shanks is potentially going to make some kind of alliance with Whitebeard.
But the fact that he's able to send a messenger to Whitebeard, and he thinks that it's even a good idea because Whitebeard is Whitebeard... Mm-hmm. What does that actually mean for Shanks? Because that's...
Or the world government.
Or the world government. Or... Yeah.
I would think the main thing that it would be is that they form an alliance of sorts.
Yeah.
And it's basically another type of power structure that's not the world government.
Right.
Because Whitebeard isn't a privateer, probably.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have, any kind of, connection to the whole thing here. They fear him, the world government, so he's someone that they can't control, which means he's a pirate. He's a through and through pirate.
Maybe he's not causing enough trouble that they actually end up putting a bounty on his head because...
So they just leave him alone.
Yeah, they just leave him alone. Now Shanks, if he actually makes an alliance with Whitebeard, that means that on some level he is near peer status with Whitebeard. Or not necessarily in the case of combat capability, right? You know, because Whitebeard's the strongest person and all that stuff.
And Shanks just looks like a dude.
He just looks like a dude.
I mean, a lot of characters in One Piece can just sometimes look like a dude or a girl or what have you. They don't look intimidating.
He lost his arm, in the whole thing at the beginning, which was super emotional and all that stuff. But then, what is his because what I would think is that Whitebeard is the individual that carries everything, right? Like anybody knows who he is, right? He could walk into a room and that would be enough, right? Like he wouldn't even need to fight at this point because everyone knows he's the strongest, right? But with Shanks, so what would Shanks bring to the table? Would it be his cunning? Would it be his charisma? What would it be? And what objectives would they even have that would mean that they would need to team up about something?
Yeah.
Right?
Hold on, there's some bits that came in here.
Oh.
Sailor Ghost given 100 bits, saying it's volume 15, chapter 134. Let me check this out. What are you talking about here? This is Dr. Kureha. Is this something to do
when they talk about Blackbeard taking out Drum Island?
So I fear Wapple's return. There's the snow stuff with Luffy and Sanji. They're talking about the Lapins. Wapple finding Drum Island. What is the stuff you were talking about, Sailor Ghost? It's the introduction of Kureha and Chopper.
The first mention of Blackbeard.
Oh, where was that? I didn't see it. Oh, it was the first mention of Blackbeard. Oh, okay. So it's probably something
that was just
that Dalton mentioned at some point.
And probably not going into big detail of who this Blackbeard guy is, but more of like a name drop, probably.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Interesting. I don't really see it, but okay.
It was probably with them talking about the
way the kingdom was overturned. And
right, exactly,
had to leave and all that jazz.
Yep.
Okay, okay, cool. Well, Alex Casual, thank you so much for the 100 bits.
Yes, thank you.
Chapter 159. Okay, this is out of context, so I don't know what they're talking about there. Yosaku talks about things related to the warlord system in chapter 69 that there is more context to now. Oh, good stuff. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, if there are things that we've read before, but we don't have really that... Wow, I guessed the right volume exactly. That's
nice.
That's good. And there's kind of just info that we have there. That's a good thing to point at, but don't necessarily point to things that aren't just being overtly explained. And it's like, read this again because it's important.
Not foreshadowing stuff, more of like, this was where they went over world building stuff that is,
Oh, gotcha. They're talking about how Nami's on a collision course with people in the Grand Line.
Oh yeah, the Seven Warlords of the Sea.
It's because of the great... the Grand Line is called the Pirates' Graveyard. It's because of the three great powers that rule those waters. One of those powers is the Seven Warlords of the Sea.
Oh, so the Warlords are just one of them.
Just one of the structures, probably.
Yeah,
that
which makes a lot of sense, right?
Because
they wouldn't want to put all their eggs in one basket, right?
Right. And this is where it's mentioned. The Seven Government recognized pirate leaders.
Oh, wow.
And the Seven Warlords of the Sea inhabit wild regions, and unlicensed pirates are easy targets for their marauding. The government allows the Seven Warlords to raid the seas in return for a cut of their haul. Yep. Privateers, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Others, pirates call them government dogs. Okay. Remember Hawkeye Mihawk? Yep. That's one of the seven. Yep.
Wow, there are 6 more like him, and he starts clapping with his feet.
Wait, the problem is one of the 7, Jimbei, the leader of the Fishman pirates.
Oh, that's...
Wait a minute.
Okay, so that's who Arlong served under.
That's how Arlong was connected to.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And in exchange for becoming one of the 7 warlords, Jimbei released a holy terror into the East Blue. Like this? What an ugly fish. And then he goes, fine, we'll skip the history lesson. And Arlong's a fishman. He used to be Jimbei's equal. Gotcha.
Oh, he used to be Jimbei's equal. Okay, so Arlong was pretty big deal.
Arlong was pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. But dang. Okay, so...
All right.
This is really cool, though. The fact that Oda's setting up so much just these little casual...
Oh, man. Arlong Park, like getting introduced to Arlong and everything, that was volume 8?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so long ago.
Okay. Arlong Park, that whole arc is my favorite arc in One Piece. Still, I think, like, this arc might potentially change that. And there are moments that were definitely absolutely mind-blowingly amazing that weren't just in that arc, right? Like Vivi and the, raising the fist to the sky and everything. But, like, oh...
Yeah, man. A lot of good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh boy.
There's only really one scene with Whitebeard here, so I don't really know what you were talking about earlier.
Trust me, bros, even if you reread from the start right now, you're going to have your mind blown from all the little hints being dropped ahead of time. Okay.
Wow. I kind of want to do it then. Like, it wouldn't take long for me to speed read the manga because it's art,
Right.
Most of it is art. Like, it's not very, like, text heavy chat bubbles, except for maybe like a few specific chapters, but like really like it's really actually pretty fast paced as far as actual story goes. Let's see. Oh, okay, gotcha. So Whitebeard does mention that he has a pretty good idea about what it's about. The message about from Red Hair Shanks is that it's about Blackbeard and Ace. And then if you tell that brat Shanks if he has something to tell me, he can come here in person with a bottle of good booze. Wait a minute. So when he says bottle of good booze, it focuses on the dialysis, stuff that he's getting intravenously injected into him. So wait, is Whitebeard injecting booze directly into his veins in like a drip feed?
Maybe.
Like, is that literally what he's doing? What? That is amazing.
I gotta say though,
I want to look closely to see if there's actually any like indicator.
No, it could just be like bags of stuff. But yeah, the man's got a drink.
No, Lol, it's just saying that him wanting booze is a bad idea. Oh, gotcha. Because he's in such bad health as far as things go.
And yet he's got a barrel in his hand.
I mean, for all you know, that barrel is actually full of something really cold that he's putting on his dick because he's, like, recently, like, taken a beating or something.
I'm sure those nurses beat him every once in a while.
Oh my god.
But well, I love. Okay, so in the previous page
yes,
here, he's like, he dared to send me a letter. Hey, you know, blah, blah, blah. He just, throws it away, right?
Right.
And he's like, wait, that was an important letter from my boss. That was from red-haired Shanks himself. Are you crazy? And I'm Whitebeard.
Glug, glug. But see, he's drinking from a barrel.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. The nurse says, Captain, you've had enough grog for today.
Yeah.
Shut up. I'll decide when
But he's just like, this is red-haired Shanks. Don't you know who red-haired Shanks is? I'm Whitebeard.
Yeah. Shut up, kid. I'm Whitebeard. No. 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 YX Casual, thank you so much for the 100 bits, saying chapter 159. Oh, I already did that, but what did I miss, YX Casual? What was the thing about chapter 159? Chat is losing it over your comments, Jacob. Oh my god.
At that point, forget a hand job. You have to be an arm job of his size. Oh boy.
Good grief. It's a team effort.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's like tug of war.
Oh my god. So let's see what's going on here with Shanks. He's basically saying, okay, I thought this would happen.
Yeah.
You did your job. I'm going to prepare to set sail to Whitebeard's base. Won't the government try to stop us? This is Beck. Bend it like Beckham, you know. And then we have, we're going anyway. We'll deal with them when the time comes. And yeah, he says, we're going to fight. Which, Jacob, red-haired Shanks going to Whitebeard's base means it's not like he can just walk in.
Wait, actually, hold on. Yeah, let's reread this for a second. Wait, so I'll go to and prepare to set sail when I'll come. Yeah, that's right. But we're going anyway. We'll deal with them when the time comes. Wait.
And then the guys behind are like, Yahoo, hear that, man? We're going to fight. And it's like, all right, make sure we have some excellent booze. So,
wait, so are they going to fight Whitebeard? Or
no, they might end up fighting either the government or also Whitebeard, but it could be either or. It's just,
oh, Jew, it looks like you don't even need me anymore, Jacob. God damn it, Jacob. I'm a Jew. He has outgrown you.
Oh, 159 was just Ace explaining Blackbeard. Gotcha. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, Oda is definitely more outlined than Discovery. Oh, yeah.
Yes, yep. Absolutely.
Yep. Wait, Whitebeard doesn't actually have a beard. Wait, what?
Yeah, he has just a big mustache. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that funny?
That's...
He's like, the beard was getting itchy, so I just pulled it off.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I don't even need it.
Yada does it. Isn't it amazing how like 10 pages of Whitebeard gives him a mimetic reputation already? Kinda, but I think it's more just that big thick boy introduced into story where there's lots of crazy boys, so it just kind of works to build him up a little bit there.
Well, he's Shirohige in Japanese, which just refers to facial hair.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
That's how badass he is. He has a mustache and calls it a beard, and no one can question it.
Right, it's just white hair.
Yeah,
Okay, so they're having their talk, the world government people, and we have maybe some display of devil fruit power or something with Doflamingo, who's using one of the other characters
some kind
to
of
strangle
the other
one of the others.
Yep.
And we have this old granny, Great Advisor Suru, the Vice Admiral of Navy Headquarters, just being like, be a good boy and stop that.
Right.
And he's just giggling about that. And kind of mocks her in that respect.
Oh, by the way,
then once Sengoku arrives in the scene, they're
stop
like,
your antics.
Yeah, just basically has this like stare of intensity, and everyone's like, okay, yeah, we listen.
Yep. By the way, the chapter for the first mention of Blackbeard Sailor wanted you to check out was 133, not 134. Here's the relevant page. Thank you, Shy.
Thanks, Shy. Only a few months ago, this country was defeated by pirates. No wonder everyone was so nervous. The Mr. Pirate still makes it uneasy. There were only 5 pirates. The captain called himself Blackbeard. They were immensely powerful. We never had a chance to defeat us before we knew what hit us. Dang.
Oh, wow. So and there's the silhouettes of them. Like, there's the sniper and...
Yeah, they already had the designs. Like, Oda had already designs, essentially.
Although specifically for Blackbeard, it was made more like ambiguous, right? Because it looks like he's wearing a hat there, and he's got like a cape and stuff, so we don't.
The hat might have been their style. That.
Yes, that could have been, but it disguises body proportions and general like character design.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the silhouettes were pretty distinct. Yeah, that's true. I am white hair doesn't sound that epic now.
That is true.
That's true, yeah.
Yep.
Sailor goes to the 100 bits. Chapter 96, page 15. Maybe something you want to look back to again as well. Chapter 96, I believe, would be about here.
Somewhere around there?
Maybe here. Let me check. Haha, I'm really good at this.
You are, yeah.
Chapter 96. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Or maybe the next one?
Probably the next one, yeah. Yeah. This is the stuff where we have Hawkeye going to see
and there's Crocodile.
See Shanks.
Right there.
Oh, is that Crocodile?
I think so.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Wait.
So Crocodile and red-haired Shanks were in the same scene together
Is
here?
red-haired Shanks one of the Seven Warlords?
No, Jacob, it's Ben Beckman.
It's
his second in command.
That's right.
So Hawkeye's coming over here. He wants to go see red-haired Shanks, and red-haired Shanks is in a bad mood at the moment. And then he says, I don't challenge one-armed has-beens. It's like, I found it interesting. Pirate. He reminded me of a story he told me long ago, basically connecting that's Luffy.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Shanks is like, wow, you made it to the Grand Line, Luffy. Like, good job. And then suddenly he's not having a bad day anymore. He's actually really excited. He's like, we're gonna celebrate. And he's like, Grog, what about your hangover? Fool, how can I not drink on a day like this? You drink up too, Hawkeye. Okay, that's cool because Shanks always seemed like the pseudo father figure to Luffy back in Volume 1.
Mm-hmm.
He was son, I'm gonna go on a journey. I'll see you maybe sometime.
Right.
He never sees Luffy again,
No, the straw hat that he gave to Luffy. This is a one-of-a-kind straw hat that's mine. He goes back to his room. There's a dozen other straw hats, and he's given them out to many different kids. And Luffy just so happens to actually make it.
Wow. Last page as well? Okay.
It just does a montage of all these, like, broken and, like, waterlogged straw hats that are just floating in the ocean.
Oh, interesting. Oh, back in Windmill Village, it says, hey, Luffy's become a wanted man. Good for him! His village may end up being the home of famous pirates. Yeah, that'd be great. Shut up, fool. What's so great about having this village be home to a criminal? It's the mayor. A pirate's a pirate. Oh, but it was his dream. Are you worried? His dream or his destiny? Oh, so you were kind of right, maybe. Maybe Shanks did push him a little bit. Intentionally to become a pirate.
Maybe, yeah.
Destiny meaning something.
I wasn't meaning that. I was meaning that Shanks and it was a joke, of course.
Hey, I mean, both these dreams start with the letter D, Jacob. Paths.
Dream,
y'all.
destiny, and other things all start with D.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So does that mean that Luffy wants? Never mind.
He wants to fulfill his D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Mihawk being a privateer with the world government and still having some kind of connection to Shanks is something that might be something to kind of notice, but I would say it's more interesting that at the very least he felt the need to bring this to Shanks as if it was really important. Which means that the story that Shanks told Mihawk is actually, I think, the thing that's really interesting. Because whatever story he told Mihawk was such a big deal in the way Shanks told it, that Mihawk was like, oh, I just saw a kid that reminded me of this thing here. I'm going to go and tell you immediately that this kid's on the Grand Line.
Oh. Or maybe it was that Luffy told the story, mentioned something that reminded him of Shanks.
What? No, wait. You're getting it reversed.
I'm probably getting it reversed.
You're getting it reversed. It was literally that Mihawk was like, hey, this is the kid that you told me about, right? Here's an image of him. Yeah, and he doesn't like being here. He's like, I'm in a bad mood. Are you here to challenge me? He's like, I don't challenge one-armed has-beens. Like this manly stare down.
Yeah.
He's like, I found an interesting pirate. He reminded me of a story you told me long ago about a boy in some little village.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like,
yep.
Wait, it's such a big deal, the story that he told him?
Right.
That he took his boat and went all the way over to some criminal, like someone that the world government really doesn't like, personally.
Yeah.
Which means I think it's not necessarily weird that they would be connected, because of course the privateers have their underdealings that they try to keep out of the nose of the world government.
Yeah, I mean, the world
they're still pirates.
They're still pirates. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They just probably have to.
Oh, favorite moment of One Piece so far. Ooh. I mean, okay.
It's clearly
it has to be this, right? Yeah. But the thing is that barring that, because if that's the obvious favorite part so far, right?
Yeah.
Mine personally would be Luffy. Help. That absolutely destroyed me.
I think we should just do like 5 moments that we remember on as being really, really impactful favorite moments.
I actually want to find the volume that has that scene. I think it was 9 or 10.
10. No, I think it's
because Arlong was introduced in 8, so it couldn't be earlier than 9.
It'd have to be earlier point in 9.
Oh, it's probably the end of 9, right? Like towards the end of
9, they're already gone, basically. Oh, Tears. Then this is it, probably.
Because it does the backstory, which is just...
and here it is.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this part.
So one of the things that I love about this. So all right. First off, so Nami's backstory, I absolutely love for so many reasons. Yep. One, because Belle-Mère is a badass and awesome,
a fantastic character.
But it's also the idea that they're not actually her children.
Right.
They're not her biological children or something. She has no inherent like responsibility to them, right? But she decided to raise them. She decided to make them her children, right?
Right.
And that hits really close to home for me because that happened with us, right?
Yep.
And then the whole idea that she hears them fighting, right? Yep. Because they're not actually sisters, we're not and all that stuff. We're not actually your daughters and everything. And that's enough that even with the threat of death, she won't say that they're not her kids.
Yep.
That blew me away. Like it was just so good. It so holds to the heart of One Piece. But then, as far as this, like using the medium that this is a manga, right? And the idea of you have the images and stuff, and that Nami's been so proud and so like pretending she has everything under control and trying to go it alone.
She tries to cut off the tattoo.
She tries to cut off the tattoo, and because it's just she's at her wit's end, right? Like, and this entire time you've also been wondering, like, or the crew has been wondering, can we actually trust Nami, right? Yep. Because she's done things that would suggest otherwise. And then Luffy just grabs the knife, and and she tells him off and everything, and she's telling him basically to go away. I told you so. You shouldn't have gotten involved. All this stuff. And then she just starts sobbing. And then Luffy. And the next page
has that half page panel
of just help.
And then he takes his hat off,
puts it on her, and then he just yells out, "Okay!" He did not hear any of her backstory.
Yeah.
He slept through it, right?
And then he walks over.
Don't touch my hat. It's my treasure. Yeah.
Right. But then he walks over to the 3 guys.
And just, let's go.
And he's all like, we're doing this. And they're all like, yeah. And they all like shape up.
Even Usopp, who can't actually do anything.
I mean, how dare you?
No, he applied Usopp's hammer with a vengeance. He has
action economy.
Oh, yes, that's right.
He has a movement action, a bonus action, a free action, and...
But it's the perfect complementary to all of this because Zoro and Sanji, he's so horny for Nami, he would do anything that might help Nami, right? Zoro, he's a combat hard on, right? Like,
Right.
so yeah, of course. Luffy with the hat was his equivalent of that, of showing just how much he cared.
Right.
But the idea that Usopp doesn't need to, like, yep, that's right, I'm going, even though these people will destroy him,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, Usopp also wants to be amongst the badass. So when he sees these,
I know,
monster
right? And
men
it's just,
being like, yeah, they're doing the thing, like, absolutely.
Yeah.
I put on my goggles.
Yeah, and
I put my glasses on.
Yeah,
nothing
exactly.
will be wrong.
And I love that so much because it's what we all wish we could do, right?
Yeah.
While we all would love to be the Zoro or the Sanji or the Luffy, right? We're a lot closer to Usopp probably, especially if we were put into those kinds of situations. Usopp would be the best outcome we could hope for, probably.
Or we're more like Nami, actually.
Or
we just
more
need
like Nami.
someone.
Right.
I need a hero.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
For a hero till the end
And
of
it
the
just
night.
like I have a really soft spot for parental like relationships, especially when it involves daughters, and especially if it's not actual like biological parental
family
relationships.
not by blood.
Family not by blood.
Yeah.
And then
that's the next one I was going to bring up is the other family not by blood.
Of Hiruluke
and Chopper.
But
that's probably my number 2 moment.
Yeah.
For
but
me.
The other one is the everyman that rises to the occasion. I love that so much.
Yeah. What volume is Hiruluke's?
I think it's 16 because that is Hiruluke on the cover, so probably
16. Yeah.
Yeah, 16.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Carrying on his will.
Just saying, I'm pretty sure Usopp held Hachi back longer than Zoro held Arlong back. That is very true. That is very true. Usopp is just great.
Right. So this is all a backstory bit there. So Wapol is staring down Hiruluke with all his all his men.
Thank goodness no one's sick.
Thank goodness no one's sick.
Oh man.
And he just says, "Forget it. You can't kill me." And they're like, "Nani?"
Yeah.
It's like, when does a man die?
And Chopper's running. Oh man.
Is it when he's shot in the heart with a pistol? No. When he's stricken with a deadly disease? No.
When he eats
soup made from a deadly mushroom? No. And meanwhile, Chopper is going to get there too late.
Yep.
He's going to. And then all this stuff happening simultaneously. This little boy is running for his father to try and save him. His father stands down evil in the face and says, "It's when he's forgotten. I may disappear, but my dream will live on." He sits down and pours himself a glass of brandy or
a glass of his potion that's going to kill him.
Potion. Yeah, thank you. And the ailing hearts of the people will be healed. And then,
why the tears, Dalton? Yeah.
And he's like, "What will become of this country?" He's like, "Someone will continue my work.
Yeah.
Soon a monster will appear. And
he's my son. Don't hurt him." Yeah.
And then, what a life it was. And
yeah. Thank you, Chopper.
And just
boom.
That stuff right there. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah, Caleb's was so broken after reading that line the first time.
Yep.
I didn't fully get what he meant when he said there's going to be a monster that shows up. And then that's my son. It was just
immediately. That was like yeah. Ridiculous.
Man.
Chopper pointing at the skull above the mushroom in the book broke me even more than that.
Oh yeah, this means it's good, right? Freedom and all that stuff, and because
it's a brilliant moment of character writing in that when you have a character who is being told things by someone that they trust, it overrides any commonality or common sense that we the reader bring into things there,
because he trusted Hiruluke wholeheartedly,
right?
And that he went through so much to get that mushroom, right? When it was oh god,
I'm trying to remember where that actually
right here.
No, I don't think it was here, because this is not when he's in the book, when he's looking at the book. This is when he gives him the mushroom. He finally gets it.
Oh yeah.
What part was it when he found the mushroom? Sorry, when he saw the mushroom in the book.
Maybe it was in the next volume.
That's what I'm looking at. I think it might be in the next. Oh, it might be in the next volume. Maybe.
Oh yeah, right here. Yeah.
Right. Oh, right here. This flag rejects impossibilities. It's the symbol of faith. That's why I'm hosting the skull and crossbones against every disease there is.
Yeah.
To defeat them, to kill them. And he says, this picture is right next to the mushroom. And the doctor said he felt better. He can't die. You're a liar. Like that.
Oh, man.
I think that one of the things that One Piece does rather well is many characters end up having to sacrifice something for someone else's dream.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the thing that the people that they end up sacrificing for their dream for are the people that are the most important to them. Mm-hmm. Like, the most important. Oda makes it exceptionally clear how there is no other person on the planet, the world, or what have you that is more important to that character than the character that they're sacrificing for. And it's not that no one else does any other sacrifices, it's just they're not drawn drawn in such a way, like drawn towards it in such a way within the story.
Oh yeah, and the people in the village were saying that they were looking for medicinal mushrooms. Yeah, so
correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure every dream in One Piece so far has been rooted in another person. I think that's right. I don't know about Usopp. Usopp's dream was to be a brave warrior of the sea.
Although it was very much tied to the girl from his hometown at the beginning.
I
forget her name.
What was Usopp's connection? Like, where did his dream come from?
Whoa, no, it was his dad.
It was his dad, right?
Yeah, it was his dad. Yeah, because he wanted his dad to actually truly be that brave warrior of the sea, pirate, and all that stuff, so he wanted to be that too.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so Nami's dream isn't tied to any person specifically. Okay, let's go bring up Nami's here. I think Nami's was around volume 6 or is it 9?
Probably 9, because it would have been in her backstory with Belmare.
Okay, so we can just look for the darker parts here. Yep.
Yeah.
So she wants one of her dreams though was to be rich though, and that was something that
and the
was
whole thing
tied.
of I wish I'd been found by rich people. That, oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess because a lot of her goals were something that was tied to another character and how she was saving the town and all that. But then I think it's that was a dream of hers though.
Mm-hmm.
But she is one of the few characters in One Piece that has actually fulfilled a dream that they set out to do.
Right. So then she rescued her town.
She then has another dream.
Right now she
focuses on there. I mean, she doesn't find it. She had it all along with.
Right, but she was able to set them free from Arlong.
Right.
Which was what she was after.
Right. That's true. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fantastic then. I wouldn't say the rich thing is a dream, or like Sanji's lust for women, it's a desire, not really a dream.
Sure. Draw a map of the world is the dream, but rescue the town is more like a goal. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Because a dream has to have some aspect of
unattainability.
Well, not unattainability, but you currently don't know the path to which you can get there.
Sure.
It's maybe because a dream is something that in some ways isn't really a dream when it comes down to it, because there's a literal dream where you're asleep and you're thinking,
right,
subconscious activity, but an actual thing that carries you forward and is deeply tied to an emotional core of who you are. I mean, there's a lot of added subjective things that people tie to the definition of what a dream is. So yeah. YX Casual, thank you so much for the 100 bits. What's the funniest moment sequence you can think of so far? Oh,
that's tough.
That's really tough. A lot of Usopp stuff.
A lot of Usopp stuff.
There's some Luffy stuff in there that's pretty funny too.
Yeah, and there's a pretty good amount of Zoro too, just with his like
kinda
not getting things.
I want to go back to an early volume,
but
with
like the
Usopp.
funniest.
I don't know, because there's some really funny stuff in the early.
5-Ton Hammer was pretty great.
Yes, that's true. That was a good bit there. I guess Usopp's scenes where he gets kind of a little bit extra stuff there sometimes lead to a little bit more emotion, actually.
Well, yeah, because like Usopp, anytime he's fighting somebody, it's this thing of how is he possibly actually doing this? Oh, Patty's pretty great.
But see, here's the thing: I don't really remember as much the funny scenes in the manga as much as things that we drew out of the manga to become funny. And I would say, Patty,
welcome, Squidface.
Welcome, Squidface. The customer is king. Customer service is love. Baratie is love. Step 1, a friendly greeting. Welcome, Squidface. Come again yesterday. Pardon, monsieur. That'll be 10,000 berries, sucker. Enjoy your poop. Perfect, as usual.
Oh, man. Oh, man. I have to say that Igaram has probably surpassed Patty for me. Oh, Igaram is great.
Igaram. Me.
Igaram dressed as Vivi.
Yeah.
Okay, Zoro getting lost is a hilarious gag. I don't feel like it can be the best because it's a gag, you know?
Right.
But, like, seeing him in another city, like, where he's, like, more than 10 miles away from wherever the blast site would be for finding... That's always great.
Uh-huh. Let's see. Because I'm Canadian, I died during your whole read-through of Drum Island. Oh, yes, that's right.
Oh, yeah. King Wapol.
King Wapol, eh?
We're going to... you fight King Wapol. We're going to kill you now, eh? God.
And then we, like, sync to the two characters' voices together.
We actually did a pretty good job at that.
We did do a good job at that. With a 100 bits from Sailor Ghost. So on a similar note, but different from moments, who is your favorite character up to now, and maybe the favorite non-Straw Hat characters?
Favorite character up to now, Usopp. Easy.
Non-Straw Hat characters.
but and then in addition for the
Usopp isn't
for the non-Straw Hat character.
Gotcha. Gosh, I was like really emphasizing.
Yeah. No, I got it.
Let's also say that
I can read, not well, but I can read.
I know, but I'm gonna say actually, let's just remove main characters. So Vivi was a Straw Hat.
Oh, right.
She can't be on the list.
Once a
Straw Hat, always
once a Straw Hat, always a Straw Hat.
Yes.
So she still counts in that. Therefore, she cannot be chosen.
Yes. That's true. I like that because it's the family thing. It's basically what that whole scene was about.
Yeah.
I would say as far as the. Like, I kind of want to have separate things here because I really want to give a special shout out to, like, a particular villain, but I really don't want to, like...
Yeah, because it could be kind of easy to make it just be like a who is your favorite villain kind of a thing.
Because there's two villains that occupy two different sides of what I love about One Piece here.
Let me guess. One is Buggy.
Yep.
And the other is... Arlong?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Those are my two favorite villains so far. But yeah, I actually think Mr. Tubong Clay might be my favorite like side character in One Piece.
I love how he gets so taken by the fact that they're doing this for a friend that he literally does his I will go and do my final last stand thing, you know, just so that you can maybe pick up your friend that may or may not be there, right? Like that's
And then I also want to shout out like a favorite character that's like a gag or like a character that's
but wasn't he part of the crew for like a day or so he doesn't count. That's a good point.
You might be right there. Dang it. So I can't choose Bon Clay then. Dang it. Favorite Side character.
Okay.
Jeez. And so many.
Yeah, because like then you could go into like side characters, you could go into backstory characters.
Okay. Like, I have it.
All right.
I have it now. 1, 2, Django. And it's just for those stupid cover story.
They were legitimately great.
I gotta go Django.
But what about Helmeppo? Or Belmare or Kirilluk.
I think favorite backstory character.
That's like also, a separate
that's
thing.
Another separate thing as well.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, there's villains, there's side characters, there's backstory characters.
Yeah, there's villain characters.
Yeah.
There's so many characters.
Oh, Gaimon, that's right. Yeah.
Wait, Gaimon was the guy stuck in the treasure chest, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man,
yes. It's my island. Like, wasn't he like super possessive?
No, Smoker is awesome.
Smoker Daddy. Yeah.
Like he is one of my favorite characters because like it's not just like I have a lot of fun voicing him for one and everything, but he is such a Chad when it comes to like telling off people that need to be told off.
Right.
Like I love it. It's just so great. Like I mean, he smokes 2 cigars all the time. Like
of course his name is Smoker.
Like you could have a character just smoking 1 cigar, and because they're smoking a cigar, you know they're a big deal, right? Like in Black Lagoon, like one of the so slight tangent, but in Black Lagoon it's a very rule of cool kind of show with modern day pirates.
Right.
And the way that they had 2 ways that they always showed when someone was cool other than like actual action is they had them smoking, and then they showed their bicuspids being more like sharp and prominent to be like, yeah, they're a badass, that the animal in them is whatever, you know, right?
And then you had the other way, which was their amazing dub voice actor.
Oh yes. Oh definitely,
and that
definitely
is where the best girl, not everyone's best girl,
no,
but
it's
Russian
Balalaika.
Balalaika.
It's very but so then take the whole thing of like the smoking thing, take it into One Piece. Okay, but we're gonna upgrade it to a cigar. But wait, there's more. We'll double the offer. You know, like.
Oh right, that's right. Yeah. Smoker had the tell him to eat shit moment.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was fantastic.
Oh yeah, and Kobe was great. Like we haven't seen him for forever, except in like the cover stories, but he was great.
Yeah. We do have a lot of animal characters. That's true. There are a lot of animal characters.
Supersonic Duck Squadron.
Right.
Minus Karoo, of course, because Karoo is a part of the crew.
Yep, we have the walrus, not walrus, the seal gang or what have you with Hachi's.
Yeah, Bourbon Jr.
Yes, Bourbon Jr. That was the dog, right?
No. It was one of the Supersonic Duck Squadron.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes, Bourbon Jr. Yes.
Oh,
what was the dog? Way back when someone mentioned it in chat.
The Camelo's part of the Duck Squad now too. That's great.
Oh my gosh. Choo Choo or Shoo Shoo, that's right. Yes.
Oh, Cho Cho. Yeah.
We all have different ways of pronouncing it. But...
Yeah, right, the dog. Well, and the mayor.
Mayor.
That was so much fun.
So much fun voicing that character.
Yeah, that's right, you whippersnappers. I'm gonna stand up for this town.
Yeah.
I lost my voice so much.
Mayor Boodle. Mayor Boodle
right.
here. You don't want to mess with me in this town.
Having a name like Boodle when his hair looks like it's a poodle just lying on his head, like a poodle died on his head and he hasn't taken it off yet. Mayor for the Pirate King, yes.
Oh my god.
I didn't remember Mayor Boodle's name before streams. I'll never forget now.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah, there are so many characters already.
I think there's around 200 named characters at this point.
God.
Maybe 150.
Oh my god.
But it's ridiculous, yeah.
What's your favorite cover story? I think it has to be Django.
Yeah, Django's is definitely my favorite. Django's Dance Paradise.
Well, Django's Dance Paradise, but
it had plot relevance.
But it had plot relevance.
Serious plot relevance.
It had plot twists. It had me. It took my emotions and did this with them. Like just took them on a roller coaster.
One chapter would be like no. Next chapter would be like ah! Next chapter would be like ah. You know. So
and they just did it. Kobe and Helmeppo's were amazing. I loved Kobe
I think
and
I just
Helmepo's.
forgot a lot of the details surrounding theirs.
It was just wholesome, like them putting in the work and working to change themselves, and Helmepo like standing up to his father, and it totally didn't change as much. Like you can tell that it's the first one, you know?
Right. Mm-hmm.
But oh man.
Favorite animal, Richie the lion from the Buggy Crew. Oh right, that's right. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, Kobe and Helmepo were the Bro Improvement Club. Yep, that's right.
Oh yeah. Sure. Sure. Okay. Yeah. What's your? Oh, you already asked that. So after all this reminiscing, predictions about Sky Island. Sky Island. So let's bring out volume 25 again.
It's called Laputa.
Right.
Well, okay.
Well, Blackbeard's ship got like dunked on when the whole thing happened here. Like they get launched into the sky,
and he was going after Luffy.
And you can literally see Blackbeard here, and he's just like, like standing on one of these massive logs, you know.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There might even be another character over here that just got flung off the. Like, see that little piece there?
Yeah.
More like Blackbeard's raft.
Yeah. That's very true.
That is true.
Oh yes, Balsa. Who was Balsa? Balsa was a character.
Balsa was Balsa.
Because I know Balsa is a kind of wood. I mean...
Well, yeah. What?
No?
I don't know.
Who? Oh, okay, maybe I'm wrong.
What you're talking about.
Oh.
But Sky Island, I think the exciting thing is that...
Oh, no, I'm thinking of a different anime. Yeah. There's a different anime with a character named Balsa, and she's great.
Right, yes. What I find rather exciting about this is that Sky Island is a place that isn't under the jurisdiction of the world government, probably. And there are probably a lot of places like that. Like, it's more like they control 75% of everything, you know?
Right.
Not everything.
Mm-hmm.
But Sky Island is a place probably that feels like it could be the kind of location like where the giants were, remember?
Yeah.
Where it's like dinosaurs and a place lost to time.
Right.
And either no one goes there because they can't get there, or no one goes there because that's where the giants just do their fighting and stuff.
Yeah.
So I want it to be that kind of place where it's lost to time. There's a lot of crazy stuff there that doesn't fit in the rest of the world, but it fits here because that's how One Piece does its kind of environments, world building, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is that like Salsa's distant cousin? Laboon the whale, that's right.
Laboon was great.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Sky Island and Skypiea theorize. Yeah, I because okay, here's another thing. All the Neptunian monsters and stuff like that of the sea that kind of surround this area might actually give us a little bit of a clue as to what other things we can find or expect to find at Sky Island.
Sure. Yeah.
Now they did mention it in conjunction with like El Dorado, the city of gold, I think. So maybe it's going to be a place of great riches.
Potentially. Nami would love that. Although I feel like you almost if it is great riches, then how do they keep Nami on the ship? Because there's only so much that the Going Merry can carry. And while Nami knows that her real treasure is her friends, she has to keep up pretenses, right? So what do? Like,
well, here's what it is. Nami has the brilliant idea, and she's like, everyone, we're going to destroy Sky Island.
Wait, what?
We're going to make it collapse into the sea so that I can use it in a place where the money has relevance as a currency.
But she wouldn't want that, because then there'd be hyperinflation, you know, as everyone like scavenges it. No,
it'd be theirs.
Well, you need a big boat. You need a big ass boat.
Or here's a crazier thought. She like gets like
not if she hoards it all. She just steals the island.
Yeah, basically, she just steals the island where she's like, all right, we're gonna set up a courier system here, and a slow trickle of our infinite wealth coming through here. We trade it for berries.
1 billion berries every year till I die.
Yep. Yeah. And then Luffy starts hiring basically pirates to form a fleet.
And then we find someone a girl who's eaten the spice fruit, and now she is a wolf. And they can then go on economical journeys together. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Sailor Ghost. She has weather abilities. This is a cloud. We could work something out here. Okay, Luffy. I need
economical. Jacob, have you read ahead?
Okay, Luffy. I need you to stretch your arms and lower these gold chunks all the way down to that island, one chunk at a time. Someone will hold on to your toes up here.
Oh my god.
We need you to stretch everything. We can't have these hands just staying as hands. We need them to be like 2 fingers, like woo, like all the way down.
No, she'd just have Usopp construct like a chute. And it'd just be like a slide that would go, yep, just all the way down. And they just put gold bars on it and they just sail down.
So, Usopp's like, okay, I think I can come up with this. And then Sanji's like, so Nami, what you're saying is you need a guy to lay some pipe for you?
Oh my god, Caleb. I thought I was the one, but okay.
Hold on a
second. Wait. Okay, I just thought of something.
Yeah.
Now, we don't know what the limitations are of Miss All Sunday or Nico Robbins' hands. We have had many interesting conversations about things she could do with those hands. However, in a more serious sense, if they did have gold bars and stuff, could she create an infinite arm chain where you have a gold bar, 2 hands come out of it, grab onto the next gold bar, 2 hands come out of that, hold on to the next gold bar, in perpetuity.
Oh my god!
No, like, think about it.
I don't want to think about it. It hurts. Infinite energies. Like, you could have motors that are just spinning and doing things.
Luffy asks her, so how many hands can you make at a time anyway? How many meats have you eaten?
We're on fire, Jacob. This is amazing. Okay. Yeah, she probably doesn't have infinite range. Of course, we're joking, but like, how much?
Okay, no, but if you think about it, all right. That combined with Luffy can lower her to keep her in the ideal position for range, and then yeah.
Wait, hold on. No, see, her range can't be sight, y'all. So I'm gonna say it can't be sight. Range. Jacob and I have I have a funny story to tell you about something Jacob and I came up when we did basically lame form of LARPing as kids and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, you can't have a sight range.
You can't have a sight ranged power.
Don't do it.
Let me explain why though. Let me explain why here. No. Jacob and I once had this silly game that we would incorporate with our neighbors or just other people we play with.
We didn't even know LARPing existed.
But what we basically did was we took superpowers that were in the TV show Heroes.
Yep.
Excuse me. We took basically superpowers that everyone kind of knew about through X-Men or what have you, and then some other ones from Heroes. And we basically took the game of tag and gave everyone specific on cast abilities that were either sight-based or sound-based.
Right.
So either you had to scream loud enough for the ability to be heard, and if you heard it, you had to do the effect. Right. Or you chose a person, and on-site said it, and they did the thing.
Right.
Now, the thing
sometimes there were AoEs and things like that, but it was generally sight.
But the problem was there was this Death Valley area where the neighborhood had this long road. And the thing was, all the sight abilities were busted there because you could see someone way down there.
And usually it didn't matter unless you also had something that moved someone within a range of sight, whether it was yourself or someone else. And it'd be like, all right, everyone stop moving. I'm telekinetically throwing the person that's way down there. And then
the game would essentially
stop for like 3 minutes while the person walks over there. And it's like, here? No, 10 feet to the right. And then, and then we'd be like, all right, go.
Oh, but the thing was, we had so much fun because we all agreed to let the rules essentially be as they were because we had fun with it.
So, Vray, on the question of, no, I dodged that and hit you first. certain powers had certain amounts of dodges that worked against certain effects based on whether they were like physical or area of effects or whatever. Yep. And yep. It was
we went all out.
It was so much fun.
In fact, it
was like legit so much fun.
Yeah. But the thing is that we would be like, all right, we're going to get a new person into this game. We have to teach them every skill ability in the game, which means that...
Because it ended up just being a memory game.
So if you didn't know what an ability would be, it would ruin the flow of the game. So we'd literally give them a pamphlet and be like, here's every ability in the game.
Because we started with, like, making it up, and, like, we'd learn it as we made stuff up. Yeah. But when trying to get someone into it, we'd have to do like 6 different practice runs, starting on the level 1 abilities and working up to the level 3s, and then going to like, okay, now we're doing 3, 2, 1, where you have a 3, a 2, and a 1, you know, or whatever.
And it was a simple stun-based rule system thing there. You couldn't cast an ability if you were under the effect of an ability.
Exactly, unless it was something that specifically undid that ability that would have been affecting you. So, you know, it got very complicated.
Yeah, sorry, we lost track of what we were talking about here.
Yeah, we made a D&D style MOBA. But yes, One Piece. So, but the point is, One Piece is all about imagination. That's why this actually was connected the entire time. Mm-hmm. And Oda has quite the imagination, right? And it's this kind of thing that speaks to all of us that were once kids and did things like made up a LARPing MOBA D&D superhero tag, right? Yep. You know, or whatever, right? Yeah. That kind of stuff. And that's why it's so important. So, yeah. You guys being more than 25% done with One Piece. Wait, what? No, that's impossible. We still need
the OP stream equal to Put Your Grasses On.
I mean, but is there an equivalent? Because Berserk is kind of like a special situation where you gotta do that, right? Yeah. But what would it be for One Piece?
No shame, about shame. You know, we need something that...
One Piece has probably like 30 different openings at this point. Like, let's be real.
And like, even if we have one that probably is like the perfect opening, will it even be relevant, you know, 300 chapters from now?
And does it have the same kind of effect for us, given the fact that we're reading the manga? Like,
have you guys seen the 4Kids rap?
I have. I
think we have, yeah.
But I don't think you want us doing that at the beginning of every One Piece stream.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I didn't even really enjoy it. Like not in the ironic way. I didn't even enjoy it.
Oh, wow.
Like, just sing Ocean Man. The whole song?
No,
I don't think so. Yeah.
We are fighting.
No. Third opening is one of the best. We Are is the One Piece opening.
Clearly, the opening of each stream has to be Kelvin Jacob doing Seagull impressions.
I used to have it. I used to have it down pat. It was pretty good. Yeah. Now it just sounds like a dying puppy. Yeah.
Just play a 1-second clip every stream, and then we clip them all together. And we have wait, what? Wait,
Perv, what are you mentioning here?
Are you talking about our streams or the OPs or what? I second eat Seagull impressions.
Wait, but hold on here. This is a way to have a 1-second bit in the OP at the beginning of every stream, but we mention it there so that when you guys all clip it together.
Nope.
I don't
we have it. YX Casual, thank you so much for pointing this out. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but yes, one dirty One Piece joke every stream. Everybody knows the rules. Yep, that's exactly. We've been doing it this whole time, and you just didn't even realize it. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Just one dirty joke? No, at least one dirty joke.
Yeah, at least one from each of us. You know?
Yeah. Yep.
Because I mean, once one of us does one, the other one has to kind of like, you know, feel like, oh, that's what you're going for. Then I, you know,
Luffy pee shower. Hey, it's a legitimate strategy.
I mean, if Oda keeps giving characters the D, then I mean, like, we have to like figure out some other jokes to use, right?
Most satisfying punch in One Piece, because that's totally a category. Okay. So the Bellamy punch was very satisfying as far as like a single punch goes, but I feel like it would have to be Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's probably. I don't want to say that just because it's the most recent, but probably maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I seem to recall there being a very impactful Arlong punch, where he like broke Arlong's teeth. You know,
I don't think there was a punch with Arlong.
But it's not the same because with Bellamy, it was literally a whole mini arc of build up for a single punch, and it was all leading up to that one punch.
Ultib Man with the 100 bits saying, I'm about to send a TV Tropes link in chat. Read the quote, first paragraph and fourth paragraph. Don't worry, it's very short. Would you say it sums up One Piece's tone/style? If so, how do you feel about this style of storytelling?
Oh.
I would say have it be sent to people in Discord, and then one of the mods will send it here so that we make sure that we check it out.
Yeah.
Final move against Arlong was a stomp. That's right. That's why I don't remember a punch. Okay. Waffle right. Had choppers flashback mid punch. Okay, gotcha. You guys should look back at Volume 24, Chapter 218. There's some world building there and some Robin stuff that was kind of overlooked.
Who is Arlong? Punch.
Okay, gotcha.
That's right. Is that how it went? That Luffy just walked in and was like, "Who's Arlong?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm Arlong," and then he just decked him.
That's right. When he first met him, that would have been
volume 9 or 10. Yeah.
It would have been the very end of volume 9.
Or no, because they go in and they're like, "Where's Arlong?" Yeah.
Oh, right. So it would be volume 10.
It would be volume 10.
I want to see that then.
Yeah.
Because if there was one, the Arlong Park arc is one of my favorite ones.
Oh, yeah, it's just so good.
Jeez, yeah, okay. So he just knocks people's heads together and goes out of my way.
What business do you have with me, pirate? And then
he just punches him square in the face.
That was
sends him flying.
Okay.
Luffy has like the steam coming out of his nose.
I gotta say, okay, the Bellamy punch.
You made our navigator cry.
Yep. I feel like the Bellamy punch kind of has to be the winner.
Yeah.
Just because it was literally built to be that punch. Barring that, and that's by a very close margin, that one was so good.
That was satisfying for sure. Wise Casual, the 100 bits. What's your favorite SBS tidbit?
That's really tough. I like all the times when people try and point stuff out for Oda of like, you messed up here. And he'll either be like, excuse me,
excuse me, princess. You know, like basically, I love when Oda is sassy back to the viewers.
Yep.
And he's obviously admitting that he messed up, but he's doing it in such a way that's like, no, there's very clearly a reason for why this is here. It's not because I would actually make a mistake. Yeah, exactly. And there's sometimes where you can tell he's not being as joking, like he's actually sassing back a little bit.
Right.
That only happens maybe like a few times.
Right, or other times it's like, I clearly just made up this whole short story for why this panel is different in this one than in the other one in order to explain it. But, whatever.
But that's what I am. I'm Goda, so,
Yep.
Goda, yeah.
Oops, I messed up. But what if it was world building?
Yeah. I mean, hey, guys. In reality, the world building doesn't have to be shown. All you have to do is keep it internally consistent in your head so that the reader then feels like when you draw things out, it's not being contradictory.
Yeah.
So it's more important that you have a firm grasp of the world building, and you don't need to communicate that 100%. So, yeah.
He still gives us the middle finger to this date. I hate his asshole.
Mikaro, that's amazing.
Oda,
glad to hear
I'm surprised that you didn't notice this obvious mistake. Explain yourselves, fans.
That's true. He has done that at least once in the SVSs. Those ones are really good. Yes, we know about Nun Piece, Red Alchemist. We know.
Yeah.
Well, he also goes out of his way to conclude the messages pointing out his mistakes into the SBS in the first place.
Yes,
that is
absolutely.
True, because he gets a lot of messages, probably.
Yep. I love his response to how long Luffy can get. 10 gum. Oh, man.
Why do you ask such stupid questions? I don't know the answer to that.
Well, or just, I'm not telling.
Yeah.
However long I need him to be able to stretch.
Right.
Oda's advice after he was asked about whether or not he went to college is also pretty interesting. Yes, that was really good.
Yeah, I think also the parts where Oda gets a little wholesome is probably some of my favorite parts in the SBS corner, because he doesn't usually actually get that wholesome. He usually keeps it pretty comical. Or when he totally seriously answers all the perverted questions about powers. Yeah. And then he does a thing where he'll have like a sound effect of him getting like smacked by Nami or something.
Slapped by Nami.
Ow! Oh, sorry. You know?
Yeah. He did mention that Luffy can stretch any body part, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, so the shower is a legitimate attack.
Wow. Yeah. Measurements for characters, my god.
Oda saying not to rely on other people was also interesting. Yeah, because like, okay, can you imagine for a second? All right.
Oh no. No, we gotta end the SBS podcast, Jacob.
No. This is serious. Can you imagine for a second that you're Oda, right? Mm-hmm. You have this dream of One Piece, right? You love the idea of pirates and stories, and you have this passion and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's to the point that you are okay with dying for your manga, right? Like that's how hard you work and all that stuff. That is not the kind of thing where he would be able to really be relying on anyone else in any kind of deep way, other than like yeah, he gets help from his editor and editors and assistants and things like that. And I'm sure he relies on them definitely, but the idea that he would still do it if he had none of that, he would, put everything he had into it. And I think that's worth mentioning, right? Because otherwise it wouldn't exist as we know it, probably.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's good. The Dial says there's a person who keeps asking perverted questions in SBS. He is in the Guinness Book of Records for the number of One Piece merch and has a YouTube channel about that merch.
Wow.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Luffy would probably think Majin Buu is gum and eat him, or try to. Sure. I think we should actually wrap this up.
Probably.
It's time to end the SBS questioning corner.
Yes, exactly.
It's funny, when we were talking about our stupid superhero LARPing thing, the number of viewers dropped to like 80. Now that we're back actually talking about One Piece, and back up to 126. So we were like, they're back on the good shit. Okay, all right, let's go. And now I'm like, all right, now it's time to end things here. Y'all are great. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to be here tomorrow for One Piece Volume 26.
Mm-hmm.
Volume 26.
That's right. It always throws me off whenever we do a One Piece podcast and then One Piece reading the next day.
Hey.
Because it's like, yeah, we just did One Piece. Wait, Kill, why are you talking about One Piece tomorrow? There's nothing happening tomorrow. There's no stream tomorrow. Oh, right. This is the podcast. Yes.
Right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that holidays are over, we'll get back into doing more streams of things like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So be sure to look forward to that stuff. And be sure to check out all of our other streams at 3 p.m. Pacific time. We've got Tuesdays for One Piece manga read-throughs.
Indeed.
A lot of fun, a lot of ridiculousness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Thursdays, Jacob, you are doing
Yakuza 0, and it is awesome. Awesome.
It's so good.
Yep. It's great.
Yes. I've only seen little clips and things in here and there, Caleb, and you look like you're having a lot of fun.
I want to show you 24 Hour Cinderella, but I can't until you've been introduced to a character properly.
It's okay. And then Friday, I am doing now Nier Automata, by the way, just in case you didn't know. And we finally got things to work rather well with the PC port. And it's really good. I'm really loving the world of Nier. It's quite good. So be sure to check all that stuff. So leave a follow in case you want to stay up to date. And then also you'll see the surprise drops of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order streams.
Exactly.
So that's do that there. And if you want to have access to our private Discord or just support the channel, you can have Bezos, give us some of his money, through Twitch Prime. It's a thing there. And or you can just sub for yourself and you get access to a private Discord. You can chat with the community about all kinds of stuff there. You get a sick magnet on the side of your bit there. If you don't know why magnets were the choice, then you clearly need to get involved in the community, understand the lore of Semblance of Sanity.
That's right.
It's quite ridiculous. So, all that being said, there's a book that this guy has that he's going to show you really quick.
Indeed. Yeah. So, I mean, you guys know about it already.
Yeah.
Battle Lines. If you're into sci-fi, there's no pictures except on the cover, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's available on Amazon. Link in the description of our videos. Go check it out. Hardback and ebook.
Yeah. If you're wondering about the Twitch Discord connection there, all you need to do is go to your Discord account and link your Twitch to it, and you'll be good. It'll just automatically plug you into an invite for our Discord.
Read the fanfic on Discord. Amaju, no one and everyone should. No one.
No, there are Battle Lines spoilers technically in the Battle Lines fanfic that is currently being developed on the Discord.
This is true.
That is a thing.
Oh boy.
But yeah, we've got to end the SBS question corner. So let's end it. Yeah.
Yeah. SBS podcast corner. We should really just, when we do a podcast for One Piece, we should just call it an SBS podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Just, I mean, some people might not get it.
Like I get it. Like maybe what we would do is we would have another concurrent series of podcasts that would
Usopp's
be
podcast gallery.
Usopp's podcast gallery. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god.
Battle Lines One Piece fanfic. When is it happening? Hey,
SBS and SOS. Did Oda plan this?
Oda said, "Don't rely on anyone else."
Oh,
if you want that Battle Lines One Piece crossover fanfic, you write that shit. You take fate into your own hands. If you have a dream,
and if you have to rely on them, just take to the high seas and pirate.
When does a man die? When he's shot in the head? No. It is when his fanfic is no longer being read.